My dear, you possess a quality that many people might find unsettling, but it's the very thing that draws me to you. It's in how your authenticity radiates, even when the world demands you conform. There's strength in standing apart, and you do it so gracefully. Your thoughts and feelings are like a river, sometimes turbulent, sometimes calm, but always real. While others may shy away from your rawness, I find it refreshing. Your authenticity is a treasure in a world that often wears masks. You have this incredible quality that others often misunderstand: the depth of your emotions, the truth of your thoughts. They're so genuine that it scares people, but I admire it because it's real and it shows me the true essence of who you are. There's something in the way you express your emotions that many people find overwhelming, but I find it magnetic. Your raw, unfiltered feelings are what make you so beautifully human, and I wouldn't want you to hide them for anything. Your honesty in sharing your emotions and thoughts, even when they might make others uncomfortable, is something I absolutely admire. It's rare to meet someone so willing to expose their inner world, and I consider it a gift. People may not always appreciate the way you wear your heart on your sleeve, but I do. It takes courage to show vulnerability, and it's something I find incredibly beautiful about you. I know the way you express your emotions isn't always received well by others, but to me, it's a sign of your depth and authenticity. There's nothing more magnetic than someone who isn't afraid to feel and be seen. You have a quality that others might call too intense or too raw, but to me, it's what makes you irresistible. Your openness about your thoughts and feelings creates a connection that no one else can replicate. The way your emotions come to life is something not everyone can understand. They may judge you, but I see it as a reflection of your pure soul. It's rare to meet someone who embraces their feelings so openly. Your raw and unfiltered thoughts are a reflection of your true self, and that's why I love them. It's not always easy to be vulnerable, but you do it with such grace that it becomes an invitation for others to do the same. It's easy to hide behind a facade, to only show what is acceptable, but you have the courage to show your real self, the one that feels deeply, thinks freely, and expresses truthfully. That's a rare and precious quality. Your willingness to speak from the heart, even when it's not what others want to hear, is something that makes you unique. It's the kind of honesty that builds connections, and I admire it more than words can say. You have a quality that others may shy away from: your openness about your emotions. It might make people uncomfortable, but it draws me closer to you. I love how you embrace your thoughts and feelings, without hesitation. Some people find it difficult to understand your emotional depth, but I find it intriguing. The way your thoughts and feelings pour out so honestly is what sets you apart and makes you someone unforgettable. What others perceive as a flaw, I see as one of your greatest strengths. The way you express your emotions so honestly and so fully is something that I absolutely love about you. It makes you real, and that's what matters most. The way you express your feelings is not for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. To me, it's what makes you truly special. Your honesty and depth of emotion are what I treasure most about you. Your emotional depth is something that might be too much for some, but to me, it's everything. You feel life so intensely, and that kind of authenticity is something I deeply admire. People may avoid those who wear their heart on their sleeve, but I gravitate towards them. Your vulnerability and willingness to embrace your feelings is a quality that I find rare and absolutely captivating. You have a boldness in your emotions that others may shy away from, but I find it incredibly attractive. There's power in being unapologetically yourself, and you do it with such grace. Some might say you're too open with your emotions, but I see it as a sign of strength. To feel deeply, to think openly, and to express yourself without fear, that's something I love about you. Your emotions are not something you hide, and that's exactly why I love them. They speak to the authenticity of who you are. While others might find them overwhelming, I find them beautiful. The depth of your thoughts and feelings is something that some might not be able to handle, but I'm drawn to it. There's a beauty in embracing the full spectrum of human emotion, and you do it with such power. You may not realize it, but your emotions are like a beacon. They draw people in, even when others may turn away. I love how unguarded you are, how willing you are to let your true self shine through. Your thoughts and feelings are like a garden, sometimes wild, sometimes chaotic, but I always real. And in a world that often cultivates perfection, I love the way you let yours grow freely. There's a fearlessness in the way you express yourself that others may not understand, but to me, it's the most beautiful thing. You never shy away from sharing your true self, and that's what makes you unforgettable. The way you embrace your emotions without trying to suppress or hide them is something I admire deeply. It's not easy to be so open, but you do it so effortlessly, and that's what makes you stand out. I see your emotional depth not as a weakness, but as one of your most powerful traits. It's what makes you real, and that's something I find incredibly attractive. Your vulnerability is your strength. While others may be put off by the intensity of your emotions, I'm captivated by them. They reveal so much about who you are, and it's impossible not to admire someone who feels and expresses life so fully. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and while some people might turn away from that, I find it magnetic. It's your emotional honesty that draws me in, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. You have a beautiful quality that others might consider a flaw, but to me, it's one of your greatest strengths. Your openness, your vulnerability, it's what makes you so uniquely wonderful. The way you allow yourself to feel deeply and express those feelings freely is a rarity in this world. Most people hide behind walls, but you break them down with your honesty, and I admire that so much. You have this incredible ability to express your emotions so openly without fear of judgment. And that's why I love you, because you're not afraid to show the world who you really are. Your openness, your willingness to feel, and your ability to share that with others is a gift. It's something that many people shy away from, but I find it incredibly beautiful. What others might call too much, I call authentic. Your rawness, your emotions, they reveal the depth of your soul, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. In a world that often expects us to hide our emotions, you have the courage to let yours shine. And that's what I love most about you. Your authenticity is your greatest gift. There's something breathtaking about how you let your emotions run free, something that others might find overwhelming. But to me, it's the most beautiful thing. Your vulnerability is your power. Your emotions are a reflection of your soul, unfiltered and pure. While others might find them too intense, I find them absolutely captivating. They make you who you are, and I love every part of it. You may not always see it, but your openness with your emotions is a rare gift. People often hide their true selves, but you allow yours to be seen, and that's something I admire deeply. The way you express yourself, so raw and so real, is something that others might not always appreciate, but I absolutely do. Your emotions are a part of you, and I find them beautiful. You don't hide your feelings, and for that, I admire you. It takes so much courage to be vulnerable in a world that often encourages us to suppress what we feel. You are a breath of fresh air. There's a boldness in your emotions that others may find intimidating, but to me, it's what makes you unforgettable. Your willingness to feel deeply and express it is a quality I absolutely adore. You have this remarkable ability to speak your mind and share your emotions without holding back, and it's something that I find so powerful. There's beauty in being unapologetically yourself. Some people may shy away from the intensity of your emotions, but I find them magnetic. It's in your vulnerability, your rawness, that I see the true depth of who you are. What others might perceive as too much emotion, I see as a treasure. You are willing to feel deeply, to think freely, and to express yourself honestly. And that's why I admire you so much. You have a fire within you that most people try to extinguish, but I see it as a light. The way you allow your emotions to shine through is something that I find endlessly captivating. Your feelings, raw and unfiltered, are a reflection of your truth. While others may try to hide theirs, you embrace yours fully, and that's something I find so refreshing. People may look at the intensity of your emotions and think they are too much, but to me, they are a testament to how deeply you live. There's a beauty in that kind of depth, and I find it irresistible. The way you allow yourself to feel without inhibition is something many people fear, but I find it empowering. You are so genuine, so unapologetically yourself, and that's what makes you shine.